Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Leo for September 2010. And this also applies if you have a Leo ascendant. So my Leos, this month is going to be very much focused on your money, your finances, how you earn money, what you do to make your money, your creativity around your money, whether you're just in a job that is just dull and not really stimulating you, or whether you are in fact using your creativity and your wonderful organisational skills to earn the money in a way that gives you pleasure, rather than it just being a paycheck or money that's coming in for a drudgery. This is about you looking at your values, Leo. What's important to you? Sun and Mercury are there. Mercury is retrograde in this second house until the 12th of September. So for the first couple of weeks of the month, really think about, reflect on your finances. Think about how you're spending money. Are you spending it wisely? Are you borrowing too much money? Are you giving too much money away? Are you aware of what you're doing with your money? It's really a time to reflect on the way you make your money. Do you need to change it? Do you need to communicate differently? So much is going to be under the spotlight here about what's important to you. You need to start living according to your values rather than just going along with things. There's a tendency sometimes, not that you really do go along with too much, Leo, because when you like things your own way, we know that, and you don't like interference from others. But as far as your work and your money's been concerned, there's been a lot of turbulence, and there's a lot more turbulence coming as well, particularly in this area, until you learn to take control yourself, until you learn to say, yep, this is how I'm going to run my finances. I'm not going to let things get away with me or other people pull on me financially. I'm going to take full responsibility myself. I'm going to make sure I'm doing work that fulfills my creative streak and work that I really enjoy for the money that I'm earning. So this is going to be a huge focus on that. As well, we've got Jupiter-Uranus coming retrograde into the house of joint finance, also the house of your financial advisors, your banks, your insurance companies, all the people who handle your finances. All this is coming under focus, and there may be some surprises here. You may need to make some changes in this area. For those of you with joint finances, you may need to get different advisors. You may need to decide that, yeah, no more joint finances. Or you may decide that you are going to go into some kind of business partnership. But whatever you do with finances this month, Leo, needs to be scrutinised, and you need to make sure that you're not making impulsive, rash, speculative choices as far as your money is concerned. Then you're going to be all right. But try to be extremely careful, particularly for the first couple of the weeks of the month, while Mercury is retrograde. Not a good time to go out buying things, spending money, being extravagant. After the 12th of the month, as long as you've done your reflecting before that, then you can go out and buy the things that you really feel as though you need, rather than things that you just maybe want to have. Big difference here, and that's going to come under big scrutiny. Now, we've got many planets in this house, third house of learning, of communication. So many of you may have had some difficulties with communication lately, and it's going to be important for you that you have clear structures and clear boundaries in the way that you relate to people. Sometimes you allow people to impinge upon your boundaries and then you're sorry afterwards, because Leos, you are a sunny personality for the most part, and sometimes you give out a mixed message. So important with Saturn in that third house, particularly of your neighbourhood and the people around you, how you're dealing with those people. Otherwise you may find you get into trouble, or you get into relationships that are too restrictive for you, and then you want to break out of them, but it's a bit too late because people have got heavy expectations upon what they are wanting from you. It's a great time for a course of study. It's a great time to extend your skills. It's a wonderful time to do any kind of marketing about your business or whatever it is that you want to spread the word about. Really good month for that, Leo. After about the 15th of the month, we have Venus and Mars in your fourth house of home and family. You're going to find a great deal of your energy going into home and family. You might be doing some upgrades, you might be doing some repairs, you might be putting your energy into your family, but also it's a time for enjoyment with Venus there. It's a time to enjoy and take some pleasure in your home. might be just being alone time in your home as well, but more than likely you'll want to invite people around and maybe have some more social situations as well. Could be a really good time for adding something beautiful to your home. Doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but just something that makes you feel more comfortable and more uplifted when you walk into a particular room. We've got Neptune still in the 7th house of relationship. You do need to be aware of the relationships in your life, the people who are really for you and the people who maybe are not so for you as maybe they once were. You need to re-examine your relationships, rethink them, re-examine, particularly a lot of re-examination to be done while Mercury is retrograde for the first couple of weeks of this month. Jupiter is also coming retrograde into your 9th house as well as the 8th house. This could mean some travel plans, going off somewhere or planning to go off somewhere, and it will be a great time to do anything connected with your spirituality, anything connected with reading, learning and teaching. For those of you that like to teach, this will be a great time to teach and pass on your knowledge. You can be extremely inspirational, Leo, so go for it in that area too. The biggest beware this month is going to be connected with your finances. If you can do any learning or enroll for any kind of a course, this will be a great month to do it. So there you have it. That is your month ahead, Leo. Thank you to so many of you who are sending in your questions. I have a one question offer for $25. You ask one question which I respond to in an email of up to 150 words. You might like to have an example of a question. Well, a friend of mine has come up with a really good business idea and he's asked me to invest some money in it. Should I invest in it? That would be a good question for the astrologer, but you can ask anything from your money, your career, your relationships, whatever it is that's important to you, feel free to ask the question. I've done a CD on the cardinal climax. We are at a huge time in human history. We have an amazing astrological configuration that's been with us since 2008, but we're in the thick of it now until about 2012, and it lasts till 2015. And you might want to know how this cardinal climax is going to affect you in your life. So you might want to ask a question about it. You might want to get the CD, which is just $5 to download. Or you might want to look at having an in-depth reading for yourself. All kinds of readings that I offer. So please don't hesitate to get in touch. And I thank you for listening and wish you a great month. Bye for now.